welcome back to another episode of Trove Gaming. We are back again with Life is Strange True Colors, Chapter 2 now. So quite an eventful Chapter 1. We made our sort of debut day in this brand new town, only to have the first chapter end in a horrific, tragic accident. We went to rescue Ethan off a mountain, and Gabe ended up going over the cliff.
I'm not big on speeches. I've always believed that the role of the bartender is to shut up and listen. And by that measure, Gabe was the worst bartender I've ever known.
I never issued a speeding ticket to someone on a bicycle before, till he came along.
He cared so much about my admissions essay. Even though he probably couldn't spell admissions or essay.
He booked my band to play the Lantern. All the way from Seattle to pretty much right where I'm standing.
And if this is sort of happening from the get-go, Chapter 1
I can
ending,
recall 14 specific instances.
so it's interesting to
where
sort of
Gabe
see where the
said
story will
something
go
that made me
moving
laugh.
forward.
The first was 2 years ago.
So, long story short, instead of a ticket, I ended up buying him a beer.
Gabe stood like 3 feet away, grinning like a doofus at us. I'm sure there were more people, but I only remember him.
And then he said, I know! That's why the K is silent.
Everyone's sort of
The fifth time,
sharing fond memories of
He
Gabe.
cared about everyone.
He was the kind of guy you wanted to be around.
And it's a strange phenomenon because you're
he was a
his
world-class
sort of direct
bullshitter.
replacement,
He was my best friend.
considering it's such a small town. Gabe didn't really mention much of Steph, though.
All I want to say about Gabe is he came into this bar as a stranger, but he left it as family. Guess that's that then.
It puts you in a very
What happened to
awkward position.
Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident.
And also, I
And
guess
I just wish
It
that,
wasn't an accident.
Ethan...
son, now is not the time.
Gabe called the mine. I gave him my sat phone to be sure he could get through. They fucked up. And now,
So maybe had
No,
something to
Gabe's
do with
dead.
Mac then.
That was my shift. If anyone had called, it would have gone through me. Nobody called.
you're lying. In front of Gabe's own fucking sister. Alex heard the whole thing.
Not quite.
Well, I didn't hear Gabe make the call. But he told us he got through.
So Gabe didn't... Yeah,
Well, if Gabe said something, then I'm inclined to believe him, Mac. What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. Just, I didn't get a call. Draw your own conclusions.
All right, folks. This is an ongoing
I actually believe
investigation.
Mac
How about
in this.
we review the sequence of events?
Well, son,
When I saw you at the record store, you seemed pretty eager to find Gabe. Remember why? Another fight with Riley, maybe?
No, I don't have to take this.
Just saying.
It's very easy
Pretty wild that you
to
come
pin
stumbling
the
out of
blame
Gabe's
on
apartment with your
Mac
face
at this
all
point
fucked up.
because
Ryan,
he is
Just a
the
couple hours later,
the
you
likely
just so
suspect in all of
happened
this.
to miss the call that would have saved his life.
Look, I told you there was no call to miss. Hey, maybe the call got dropped. Or shit, I mean, it's not like Gabe was Mr. Reliable all the time.
Watch your mouth, Mac.
Ryan, that's enough. Now, I'm just as eager as you to understand all this, son, but there was a time...
Bullshit, Dad. This little weasel's calling Gabe a liar at his own fucking wake.
No, I am just telling you.
Mac, I swear, if you say there was no call one more fucking time...
Stop it! Stop it now!
Everybody's angry now. All this rage.
This is not the time or place. We're all here for Gabe.
This is Ethan's fault.
Okay,
If
Ryan?
Ethan hadn't gone to the mountains, none of us would have got up there.
Sure, I'm sorry. It's not... I'm just...
Also, that's probably it's probably best to not call out Mac publicly in front of everyone. And I believe Mac. I think it's a bit too on the nose for him to miss that call on purpose.
I'm not the one who killed him.
Aren't you, though?
What the fuck did you just say?
Ryan, back off.
Oh, I'm just saying. I thought I heard that you
Mac,
were the one.
you shut the hell up.
No. No, go ahead. You got something to say, Mac? Let's fucking hear
Come
it.
on, guys. Don't make me intervene.
All right, fine. As long as we're tossing around accusations, way I hear it, you're the guy who cut the rope.
That's true. So he did cut the rope, but in that situation, I think anyone would have, right?
Why not you?
it. Wake's over. Everyone out.
So that went into tragedy quite quick.
Alex?
We haven't had much time to talk to Steph or connect with her.
Hey.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Well,
Not really.
that's not what I clicked.
But
Okay.
I will be.
It followed up with my chosen response.
It's not your job to keep it together.
It's not my job to keep it
Thanks.
together.
Do you, it's messy, but do you want to come in?
Sure. You play guitar?
Just a little bit.
Sort of. It was a gift from Gabe.
Cool. Gabe would try to pop wheelies outside the record store to make me laugh.
So did
Never
they have
worked.
like a relationship or some kind of bond?
Till he wiped out. That was hilarious. Gabe really wanted to do the art for Ethan. But by the end of it, he was more jazzed about it than anybody.
Wish I could have seen
So the
it.
pacing of the story is taking almost come to almost standstill halt.
Yeah.
We haven't moved at all. We really haven't, progressed anywhere outside the bar and top of the bar.
We took this a year ago.
Bit of a mystery as to what happened with Gabe.
No way. I can't.
Foosball
We
Championes.
actually kept it.
So it sounds like maybe there was something going on between them.
What a dick.
What emotion is that? Is that sadness?
Sorry. I just need a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Red is anger. I think
Calm down, Alex.
purple is fear.
You're fine.
Blue
You're fine.
is sad. Naturally, feeling blue, I guess it would be
Whatever
sad.
that bottle made her think of, it really messed her up. I wonder if I could help her the same way I helped Ethan.
Help her the same way you helped Ethan.
I need to feel her sadness to figure out how to help her.
How do you feel one's sadness? Yeah, because that doesn't look weird. So now you're getting a little bit of haptic feedback in the controller when you're interacting with these emotions. So something to do with the record player and the
Now I
foosball.
can find out what's really going on with Steph.
What are they called again?
Don't shit on my yard! They're amazing! Their guitarist has one arm.
Badass.
Can you play guitar with one arm?
Dude, give it up. I already booked a bus ticket.
Wait, hear me out. One more game. If I win, you have to stay. If you win, I'll cover the ticket.
You just lost $50.
It seems like they had some sort of relationship. Excuse me.
Here's to your new job at the station.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm not taking it. I move to Denver next week.
You what?
So they were sort of like childhood sweethearts, maybe?
Damn it! An overpowered blue meteor.
Aww. Is your controller broken too?
We're playing until I win.
Then I'll be crashing here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your new foosball champion, Gabe Chen.
Oh, you're the worst. Can't believe I have to stay in this stupid town.
I think we both know you could have beat me if you really wanted to. So you're welcome.
Bullshit.
I think I know enough to help her now.
You think you know enough, but again, you're getting
Still
little
can't believe he's
glimpses
gone.
of the past,
Yeah,
little parts
he's the whole reason I'm
of
still...
the story.
I'm sorry, Alex. Don't mind me.
So she was supposed to move away, but didn't.
I could put on a record if you like.
Nah, not really in the mood.
Okay, she doesn't want to listen to music.
Maybe something else.
I don't think she'd want to play foosball. I think she might want to drink.
Can I get you a drink or anything?
No thanks. I appreciate the offer, though.
Okay, so it's
Sure.
not a drink.
That wasn't right.
I'd say foosball. That seemed like to be the most fond memory. And there was quite a lot of other items
How about a quick
relevant
match?
to foosball.
Did Gabe tell you we played?
Had a hunch. We'll go with the truth.
I just had a hunch.
Yeah? Well, you're right. I don't really think it's a great time.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have thought she wanted to play. I don't think she wants to do anything. Or maybe she does.
Fine.
First to 5 points?
If you say so.
Use...
So, how often did you and Gabe play?
It was one of our favorite games.
You must be pretty good then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is like really poor.
You were in a band, right?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Drums.
How long did you play with them?
Too long.
I'm literally just pressing every button because I've forgotten
Gotcha.
which... She's not very good, is she? How did that not go in? Also, are we supposed to let her lose? Oh, which one is it? Winner, winner, chicken dinner, baby.
5 points! That's game!
Yep. Big shocker.
Oh, hey, at least you played your best.
I mean, that obviously wasn't my best.
No, I get it. I mean, this is a tough game. Requires skill, timing, and the will to be a champion.
Oh. Is that how it is?
Is this the right time to be a dick?
Okay. Joking aside, playing this stupid game with you is exactly what I need right now.
You're on.
Oh, why are we doing this again?
I'm actually trying this time, so you better focus.
I am focusing.
Oh,
Good. Wouldn't want you to get distracted or anything.
great.
Certainly not.
Greatest Northwest band of all time, go.
Are you trying to distract me?
Oh, of course not.
What are you doing, Keeper?
Slater Kinney, if you were wondering.
Oh my god, how'd you... Does the keeper not move? Yeah, I don't get how... Yeah, you could take that. Have them apples. Oh, why? No! Oh. I actually hate this. No! Oh, I knew it. The keeper's a piece of crud.
Yes!
But I don't think that...
Let's do
I
one
think
more
that
game.
doesn't affect the story.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. You know Gabe would never let a tie stand.
Well, then it's
Are we
settled.
still on this, for Christ's sake?
This is it. For all the marbles.
So many marbles.
Definitely the kind of game you want to focus on, no matter what happens.
Totally.
Hey, so are you into girls or what?
That's a very random way to ask that.
Yeah. Girls are pretty rad.
right? Especially girls that play foosball and host
Come
radio
on.
stations and wear beanies. Like it's a religion.
You know what? This is just like FIFA.
Sounds like a winning combo.
Who's what?
What?
Fuck. I knew it.
How old are you exactly?
Old enough to know better.
Oh my, I actually want to lose. Like, I can't be bothered to play this, like, bloody hell. I was winning at first, and then I just forgot all the controls. Yeah. I'm good.
Oh, fucking finally! The House of Chen crumbles at last!
Maybe it was just me, but that was very hard to forget,
Good game.
which button to press.
Thank you. You're a much better loser than Gabe. That's no fun.
Sorry to spoil the victory.
Handled like a true loser. Well, at least he feels better now. Slightly.
So, what are you gonna do now?
What do you mean?
That shit with Mac. He's clearly lying, right?
We can't
I'm not sure what Max Steel is.
we can't jump to
His
conclusions.
story doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I do know that I need to find out exactly what happened that night. For myself and for Gabe.
I've
It's
got your
Ethan's
back.
fault. Ethan's the idiot.
No
Full
matter
stop.
what.
Thank you.
Full stop.
That
If Ethan
means
didn't go
a
up
lot.
there, none of this would have happened. I don't care what anybody says. Mystery solved. Ethan's to
I
blame.
should head back to work.
Cool.
And he should feel guilty for the rest of his life. Nah, that's not fair.
Bye.
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 So it looks like some sort of romance could blossom there, perhaps? So what next? Because there's still, what,
I know Gabe made that call. But did Mac really let the blast go off just to get back at him?
the thing is, like, that's too obvious. And I don't think Mac would have come out right away and said, hey, I didn't get the call. I think he would have kept it a secret.
See? I can be a
Somebody
person.
who had something to hide, I think, wouldn't come out right away. Let's get dressed. Okay, so you have different clothes for different days. I like that. That's kind of cool. Nice still.
The kind of person who got that worked up over a college essay could be capable of almost anything.
Feels like a million years since that day with Gabe. Hasn't even been a week.
Okay, so a few days have passed. So it's about going back out into the town and interviewing everyone again to see how people react. So maybe this was a murder mystery sort of thing. The plot thickens. Somebody perhaps...
Gabe really meant the world to Steph. Gabe used to swat the controller out of my hands if he thought I was going to beat him. Jerk.
Room.
One of the happiest memories I have. Thanks, Gabe.
So this is all look.
Would have been fun to see Gabe crush some sweet powder. Or whatever snowboarders say.
So this is the first time we could go upstairs. Before we didn't have that option. So yeah, maybe there was somebody who influenced Ethan to run away. And convinced him to go to the mountain. That same person could have coordinated.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
So we can sit down, relax. Again, lovely, quaint little town surrounded by mountains.
I thought this was going to be the one. Finally. Despite all the disappointments, I really let myself believe. I believed you completely. I let myself hope, really hope, for the first time in years. Even after I freaked out in front of you and hit you, you didn't push me away. You sat right there and told me that I wasn't broken, that I was special, and I belonged. Then you died. Then I don't know what to believe.
Is Gabe
now.
dead though? Did we
Except
find
you're
the
gone
body?
Again, and I'm still here. Alone.
Because he could still be in the mountains. Okay. I guess it's time to leave now. We've soaked it all in. We've reminisced. Time to head back downstairs, I would assume. It's a nice view as well, like nice little place.
No birds today.
Like this would be like the perfect.
This thing's been up here a while. Isn't that Steph's old band?
And I don't really know like what direction the game's gonna
I bet
go
Gabe
in.
could even make golf fun.
Because what I can guess now, and my little knowledge of the game, is that
Gabe really loved this place.
it will develop into
Gabe was
a
such a
mystery,
dad.
like a murder mystery, and the more clues you find, the more suspects
Why look up at the sky?
that sort of present
when you
themselves
could
naturally.
Look at a sculpture instead.
Okay, let's go back down. So nothing much up there. Nothing much to really see. We saw the pin that may or may not have any reference in the future. Maybe. Okay, we're not going to play Mine Haunt anymore.
I never got to see bartender Gabe in action, but he left some pretty big shoes to fill.
So, we're going to go downstairs, see if we can get some more information from the rest of the town. See what's going on. If there's been any progress. I'm guessing the first person we need to go speak to is probably the sheriff or the deputy or whoever he is. Okay, so nobody's really cleaned up after the fight. There was an argument.
Oh, hey, kid, you don't have to do that.
No,
late.
I mean, what, you don't have to pick up the chair. Yeah.
Wanted to apologize. For all of us. We're all grieving, but that's no excuse. It was your brother's wake, and you both deserve better than listening to a bunch of fools squabble.
Yeah, I don't want to keep blaming Mac
appreciate
because
it.
I don't, you know,
was
he was in the wrong in the beginning.
Although it's hard
his
to imagine
behavior,
a good version of your
but-
dead brother's wake.
I think it's very easy to pin it
No,
on him
there's
when
no
everybody's
good
against
version.
him anyways.
Just all of us trying to get through it together the best we can. Wasn't the first wake held in this old building. I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
I need to talk to Mac. I know he's lying. I just
What
don't
if
know
he's not
why.
lying? What if
Any
somebody
idea where
else
I
is
can
the
find him?
culprit? You always got to think
Well, he helps out Eleanor
Outside
at the
the
flower
box.
shop. That'd be the place to start.
Thanks.
I feel like I should warn you, though. You might not get the kind of closure you're looking for. If you get any at all. Just don't pin all your hopes on Mac.
What does that
Mountain.
mean? Care to elaborate? We're just gonna leave it on a.
I don't have a choice. He was my brother. I have to at least try.
Yeah, you do.
Also, nobody else seems to care as much either.
But if you get a chance before you go all dirty Harry, swing by the dispensary. Charlotte wants to see you. And one more thing. I've been meaning to give you this for the last few days, but I didn't want to disturb you up there. It'll get you through that door and the one upstairs.
How did Gabe not already give you the keys for that?
This is your home now, for as long as you'd like.
What about rent? I don't want to be a freeloader.
Don't worry about that for right now. We'll work out a way for you to earn your keep when the time comes.
I think that's fair.
Thank you.
And you'll probably just have to work your shifts at the bar.
Give him hell.
Give him hell. I love that phrase, give him hell.
I have no idea what to even say.
I should have saved him. I don't know what to say. That was terrible. You shouldn't have had to see that. I know you're going through a lot, but can we talk? I know it's asking a lot, but I really need to talk to you. Okay, Charlotte. I'm so sorry. I love Gabe. I can only imagine what you go through. Please call me if you need anything. Did you get my notes? I didn't get my notes. Okay. One second. How do I go to my messages? This is all like social media stuff. SMS. Yeah, Ryan. Like, I think there's something there with Ryan.
RM and TB. I wonder who they were.
Yeah, we don't have time to use a jukebox.
Jed definitely has a decorating style.
The thing, yeah, Ryan's behavior was strange because he wanted to save you, but he almost didn't hesitate to cut the rope and throw Gabe off. And I know it was an instinct thing, like you see danger coming, you have to make the decision, split decision in that sort of space of time. It's how many people can I save before the rocks kill us all. But for someone who is supposedly
I might find
your
Mac in the
best
flower
friend.
shop. But I have time to swing by the dispensary if I want.
All right, so I'll go to the dispensary. Pike.
Hey, Pike.
Officer Pike.
Hey! How you holding up?
Guess I've been better.
Yeah, that's a fairly honest
Yeah,
answer.
right.
I wouldn't have
Dumb question.
said it any differently than that.
Hey, I want you to know I meant what I said back there. Gabe was something else.
Gabe was something else.
He could bring a smile to my face even on the worst days.
Excuse me?
That's what everyone's been saying.
And, when you're ready, I still need to get your statement for the investigation.
Normally police would get that right off the bat, right? You can't keep saying Mac.
I think
You can't keep saying Mac's a liar because you don't know for sure what
Yeah.
happened. Because
No
Gabe
rush.
said he made the call, but like I said, nobody saw him make the call. There was no confirmation. Also, Mac didn't have to own up that... I think that's the #1 giveaway, that Mac didn't have to own up that...
It's bullshit. We have a right to know what's happening to our jobs.
Excuse me.
Okay, so you can't...
We have a right to
Might be a good time to check out the dispensary.
You can't...
Jed said Charlotte wants to
You
talk to me.
can't interact with the minors.
Something together next week?
No,
Sure. I have
you weren't talking to me.
Oh, sorry.
The frame rate still seems a little bit choppy.
We met briefly.
Diane.
You're Gabe Chen's sister, right?
Alex, yeah.
I didn't know him well, but I could tell he had a big heart. I'm so sorry for your loss.
She seems a bit suspect as well. You don't really have much of a background on her, but I feel like she's also somebody you should watch out for. So it is turning into a bit of a who done it, who did it. So this is a weed shop where they sell marijuana and related paraphernalia.
Charlotte?
Alex, hey.
Jed said you wanted to see me?
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
I mean, she doesn't seem too upset.
I'm okay.
Surely she would be one of the people who's the
Keeping
most
my chin up.
distraught.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
How about you? I can't even imagine what you're going through.
Honestly, I'm really trying to keep it together for Ethan. He's hurting.
Yeah, I mean,
I hear he's been having
he
a
would
rough
assume it's
time.
his fault.
He practically just lost a father. But he's shutting me out. He's never done that before. Not when it mattered.
He needs time.
Everyone grieves differently. Maybe he just needs some time.
We've been through a lot together.
The problem with that is that I feel he will
Divorce,
blame himself
moving.
for the even in the long run.
He's never shut down like this. I just can't get through to him. I can't get over the feeling that the one person who could help me deal with the aftermath of Gabe's death
Is Gabe.
is Gabe.
Yeah.
What is this?
An affidavit from Typhon. If I sign, I'm agreeing not to press charges in exchange for a payment.
Why would that come to you? Shouldn't that come to
Bitcoin.
me? Not you.
That's so shady. Why would they give you money if they didn't do anything wrong?
Technically, they didn't do anything wrong.
They say it's an offer of good faith,
No.
but you're right.
He's not dead because of them.
He's dead because of them.
They had a planned explosion.
And I'd be letting them off.
And he said that he called to let
Are
them
you
know.
gonna sign it?
That money should be mine.
I don't know. I'm trying to put Ethan first, but
I'm the next of kin. Why is that letter come to you?
what would you do? Do you think it would be a betrayal of Gabe?
Take money for Ethan, turn down the offer. They're not to blame, though. Oh, this is a tough one. Ethan has a future. This would help him with college. turned down the offer, which may reveal that they could lead to a bigger payout and their admission of guilt, but they're not, in my eyes, they're not guilty. Let's turn it down.
I don't think you should sign it. I'm sorry. I know it's hard, but you can't let Typhon buy you off. Gabe made that call, and I'm gonna prove it. I
think
need some time.
This will lead to more story.
Thanks for being honest.
Surely the first place to check.
If they're willing to pay Charlotte to keep quiet, they're definitely hiding something.
I'm gonna figure out why Mac's lying.
I really appreciate you stopping by.
That's
Feel free to take a look around if you want.
Yeah, okay.
strain list.
When did you start needing a PhD to smoke pot? Stairway to Haven?
Believe it or not, Gabe named that one.
Oh, I believe it. These bougie dispensaries are gonna put all the creepy dudes named Gene out of business.
So you have teas and...
Charlotte's dedication to her art is so inspiring.
So I think it's probably time to, maybe the business is failing. Maybe the marijuana business is failing, and then she was like, Ethan, go into the mountains and lure Gabe there, and then she got Ryan to kill him, and then it's like a plot to get some money. Maybe it is a bit more sinister than we're leading on to, sort of been led on to believe. Would you, yeah, could you imagine? So the miners are there.
Still need to check the flower shop.
Diane was just interacting with the miners.
It's fine. I love being on hold. I love this song. Finally. Cancel AAA membership. No, I said cancel. Cancel!
Where was the florist? There was somewhere here, wasn't it?
Man, these overnight shifts really take it out of me. Yeah.
General store.
My sleep schedule's fucked.
Coffee in the morning, whiskey.
Because the record store is there.
Sorry about
Steph asked me to pop by the record store if I had time.
Yeah, there is flowers. Bench girl. I mean, they could have just given her a bloody name, right? Oh, a little bit of freezing there. So it's still quite a choppy game, considering it's, you know, it's... I don't know. I feel like for the PlayStation 5 version, they could have just made that a bit more solid. It's not a very visually demanding game. She didn't see you, but you still waved.
Eleanor? Oh! Sorry.
I mean, there is a bell at the door.
No need to apologize. How are you, dear?
Oh. I'm,
So this was one of the first people that we met when we came to the town.
Still just trying to adjust, I think.
Give yourself some time. Change is always hard.
Is this Mac's mother? Yeah, where's Mac?
Is Mac here?
Oh, he was helping me not too long ago. I think he just left. Can't have gotten too far.
Got it. Thanks.
Now, what was I?
So she's sort of got Alzheimer's. Her memory's fading. Because she's forgotten.
She looks terrified. I can't leave her like this. Oh God, they're multiplying.
Okay, we can feel her pain. Like Professor X. This is fear. Why is she afraid? What is she afraid of? What truth does she know?
Okay. Time to figure out why she's afraid.
It's something to do with money. Was she robbed?
All my memories are fading. I feel broken.
So maybe the call was intercepted by her and she forgot to pass it on.
The doctor said I had more time, but everything is becoming so out of order.
Because she works, because Mac works here, so maybe the call came through to here and she was supposed to pass on the message. But she forgot to relay the message to Mac. That could be...
If they know about my condition, they'll make me close this place.
So she has... So it will either be dementia or Alzheimer's. That's sort of the vibe we're getting. Anything else? It was the flowers. So we're in this state of emotional awareness. Anything in the back? Okay. Got some stuff here in the back. And she sort of...
If Riley finds out, she can't find
So
out.
nobody knows about her condition. It's top secret under lock and key. Okay. And I want to look at this phone, but it won't let me. Why is the phone glitching out? Really? Game? Okay, it's not letting me get to the phone. Oh, does this mean I'm stuck?
How does she hide all of this?
Thank you, dear. We'll get started on it right away. Just come by with the check whenever you're free.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So now the whole world is... Are we seeing the world through Eleanor's eyes? Is this how she's seeing everything? Sort of as the dementia sort of taking over, the world around her is sort of collapsing.
It's not just that she forgot what she was doing.
She's afraid she's forgetting.
Afraid she's forgetting
everything.
Everything. But how can I help her?
Well, can you?
Forget what you were working on?
You could say I'm having a bit of a senior moment.
Yeah, that's
maybe
sort
I
of
can
how
help.
people lightly sort of put it, isn't it? I'm having a bit of a senior moment.
You could focus on something else for a bit and see if it comes back.
I suppose. But I can't help feeling like it was something important. Whatever it was.
Something to do with Gabe?
Seems like you have a lot going on today. I could help you retrace your steps.
Oh, I don't want to keep you.
Hey, I want to help.
Nice and easy. Take it slow. We can work through this bit by bit.
Okay. What would Eleanor have done first?
Well, that's a bit of a minefield, isn't it? First,
You must have flipped the sign to open.
I always flip it first thing when I come in. And then I open my mail.
okay.
Something must have distracted me.
It was probably me.
Better. We can do this.
This is a very interesting take on the mind of somebody who's forgetting. Did Matt come in? Was that this thing that...
You were over here when I came in. Maybe you were counting the drawer.
I would have done that last night.
Okay, so it wasn't the register.
Did you trim these flowers today?
You don't have to do this. I'll be all right on my own.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere.
So it wasn't the register. It wasn't the flowers. At the phone call? Was it something that came in?
Could a phone call have distracted you?
Yes. I got a call first thing in the morning. But I can't think who it was.
Maybe we can find something to remind you.
Was it Riley?
Could it have been Riley who called?
I think that's right. She called to tell me about a new order.
What was the order for?
Goodness.
The Gabe's wake?
What was the order for?
Gabe's funeral? So phone Riley. So you got to discover these things, and then you got to rediscover
You were over
them.
here when I came in. Maybe you were counting the drawer.
I would have done that last night.
Okay. What was the order for?
Rush order. This must be what Riley came in for.
I think that order might have been for these lilies.
And those lilies were for
Of course.
Gabriel?
Riley helped me pick them out before she left.
Where did Riley go?
Now we just have to figure out who ordered them.
And that's when we can check the register.
The check for the lilies would be in here, right? That could tell us who bought them.
Should.
Why do I know the code for your register?
Mr. Jedediah Lucan. Huh.
Jed. Okay.
Looks like the lilies are for Jed.
That's right. Riley dropped off an order for Jed.
Riley dropped off an order for Jed.
I knew you'd figure it out.
I couldn't have done it without you. Jed must be hosting some event. I wonder why he wants lilies, though. They're traditionally for funerals.
God. She doesn't remember.
Considering that her and Gabe are quite close, she's gonna find out eventually.
They were for Gabe's wake.
Gabe's wake?
She remembers now. She must remember now.
Gabe's wake?
I missed it.
I mean, I wouldn't look at it like that, but...
Alex. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's
Excuse me.
So that was an interesting
Okay.
little
That
playthrough.
sucked. But at least I told her the truth. Okay. Riley is officially a badass. She's really hurting, but I didn't want to lie to her.
I mean, there's...
I hope it's good news.
Was there any point in lying? Because you have to rewind it again and again and again, right? So we helped her figure out that Gabe has passed away. It's not something we wanted to do, but had to be done.
Eleanor said Mac is nearby. I don't see him here. Maybe at the bridge?
Maybe at the bridge. So it's not really a big area that you can explore. It's sort of limited as to where you can explore.
Did you buy your chicken coop?
Nope. Is that him? Oh yeah, there he is. Mac. Mr. Mac.
Mac,
Alex.
What do you
Look,
want?
It's not a good time.
you owe me an explanation about what happened to Gabe.
What? Costing me my girlfriend wasn't enough for you? Now you're gonna accuse me of killing Gabe too?
I get it. He died on your shift and you're freaked. But you have to come clean.
Please. There's nothing I can tell you.
Mac, come on. He was my big brother.
I get that, but I mean, I've told you, I had nothing to do with it.
Something definitely has him scared. Maybe if I could tap into his fear, I could get to the truth.
I think somebody's blackmailing him to keep it quiet. And I think Charlotte and Ryan have something to do with it.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Something to push him over the edge. I mean, poor choice of words considering he's standing on a bridge.
We're done here.
Time to get the truth.
So I think the only thing that could push him over the edge would be Riley. And that didn't end well. So I'm not really sure what they want me to do from here. You kind of have to remember where everything is. A little map would be helpful. Where can we go in the meantime? Go to the record store. And then we need to go find Riley.
Steph asked me to pop by the record store if I had time.
So let's head into the record store, see what we can find there. Hey, Switch Boy M. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Have you played the game? Are you a fan of the series? Have you played the previous version of the game? This is my first time
Steph asked
playing
me to
through,
swing
so...
by. She's got to be around here somewhere. Looks like Steph might be working on a new project. Ninth Warden's cool, but not as cool as Thanor.
I'm good, fan of the series, hoping this game comes to Game Pass. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I can't believe he ordered that record.
Yeah, it seemed to be a little bit
I'm glad Gabe
pricey
convinced her to
considering
stay.
the type of game it is. I thought it would have been a little bit cheaper, but I'm also I'm excited. I was excited by the game. It looked like it's £50 at the moment. That's just for the standard edition, which is expensive. But
Have you talked to Ethan
I like
at all?
these sort of choice-based games, so I thought, you know, might give
He's
it a go.
taking it really hard. But what you did
Considering
for me this
it's
morning
it's
got
not a
me
lengthy
thinking,
game either.
What if Ethan needs something like that too? Something fun.
They're still on the
distracting.
pricey end of,
Something
definitely on
like
the
a
pricier
lark.
end of things.
Like costumes, foam swords, that kind of thing?
Yeah, but designed just for him. and
I've
Thanos.
never played the game or the series before, so I have no idea.
He'll love that.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so.
I don't know
need
if
your
this is
help, though.
linked
I want
to
it
the
to be as
previous
good as it
games
can
or
be.
anything like that.
Ethan gave you one of his comics, right?
But so far, Alex has come to
So?
a new town.
What do you think? Who would the famous monster slayer have the most
Oh,
fun
nice.
defeating?
Cravius, Lord of the Underworld. Stormrither the Undead. I like the look of Stormrither. Stormrider.
Stormrider looks
Stormrider.
like a worthy opponent.
Yeah,
He
which is
gets my
still £60 is fairly
Alright,
expensive for a game.
I gotta get back in there. There's
Considering
some stuff
you
in my
can pay
cop book.
a similar
if we could
amount
check
of
it out?
money and
Help
you're
me
gonna
make some calls?
get a
see what I
game
can
that will
do.
give you 50, 60, 70 hours of gameplay, whereas this game sort of isn't that.
Hey, Haven listeners, that was Phone Tap with their new single, Elephant in the Room. We've got a sweet block of indie rock coming down the pike, but first, a few announcements.
Maybe I'll get to hear her play sometime.
But I've enjoyed choice-based games for the past few months or so.
Bring your family.
Normally,
Bring your ex. I'm sure it'll be
normally
different this
I don't
time.
really play choice-based games, but I got into them sort of over the lockdown period. If it comes to Game Pass, it would be
just
good.
wanna be friends.
How long do games usually take to come to Game Pass?
Chrissy
Is
looks
it
sweet. It would
usually a
definitely
year,
be wrong
6
to claim
months?
Someone else's lost dog.
How much is the Game Pass subscription over where you live? Or in general, how much is it if there is a fixed
I
price?
can't believe he ordered that record.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Batman Telltales. We have it on, well, I was able to play it on PlayStation Now. And it was free. So considering, you know, what you get, you definitely worth playing.
Hope I get to see what happens next.
I felt like the game was, it was a good, how would I describe it? There was a good detective element to the game as well, like putting all the clues together. In India, it's only around 50 rupees, and here in India, 50 is like a single dollar. Oh, really? 50 rupees? For Game Pass? That's quite cheap, isn't it?
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
How do I get... $1 is around 70 rupees. So that's very cheap for Game Pass. Or is that per game on Game Pass? General store. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the bar. Silver Dragon. Haven Drugs. Where's the bar? I'm looking for the bar. And again, you can't go to this side of the map. That's all closed off. So you can only... yeah, I'm familiar with the concept of Game Pass, because it's... again, we have our version on PlayStation, which is just PlayStation Now. So PlayStation Now, it works, I think it's about £60 or... yeah, 50 to 60 pounds for the year. And yeah, you get a fair amount of games on there. On the odd occasion, you get something like really cool, worth playing.
Insert epiphany about new beginnings here.
But I'd quite happily pay.
Not sure when the words Gabe Chen and
I quite. Yeah, no, that's fair. £60 for a sub service. Yeah, that's fair. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, so what's it like playing on phone? I mean, I think Game Pass is definitely superior. I think that's without a shadow of a doubt.
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
So Riley was supposed to be
Yeah.
here. Where's
That'd be
Riley?
good.
Yeah, I definitely think that Sony have a lot of learning to do from Microsoft.
Is that Jed without
It's
his
cloud-based.
beard?
The tech for phones ain't there yet for the tech that the current consoles have. Yeah, that's what I mean. The phones aren't going to be as powerful as consoles or PC. Who are we looking for? We're looking for Riley. She's not here though.
Guess nobody needed this. Forecast called for rain, but the skies have been clear.
We need something to push him over the edge. Is there something in my apartment I can find? Well, yeah, I mean, considering that the phones of today can run emulators for PlayStation 1, 2, Game Boy games. Yeah, so hopefully by the end of the decade, you're right, we'll be able to have phones that can compete and play sort of less demanding titles. There's nothing here that can push him over the edge. Do a bit of cleaning, actually.
So long, depression food.
I think for like games which are not as demanding
Clean home, clean mind.
compute-wise.
Right, Dr. Lin?
So I'm guessing the more we clean, because somebody's going to come back to the house at some point. And that affects how people treat you, or how this particular person is going to treat you. Touchscreen controls are still not ready for big AAA game titles like Rift Apart. Yeah. I mean, we're a long way from playing Rift Apart on any mobiles.
Thanks, Jed.
But having said that, from a Microsoft point of view, I don't think there's been any titles as of yet. I mean, I think Deathloop was released on Xbox, which was originally for PlayStation, but ended up being released on Xbox as well. But other than that, has there been any other major titles released this year? From our end, I think Rift Apart is the only one that I can say is a AAA title, and even then, it was a very short game. It was a very, very short game.
I should put something here. It's the least I can do. They must have been close. Poor Ethan.
Portrait.
I wish we'd had more time.
Plus, creating a PS5 on the Go device would only give you around a few minutes of battery life. Considering how popular the PSP was, I don't know why Sony's then not developed another handheld console.
Haven's favorite
Considering
DJ,
how
I bet.
popular
I
the
hope Ducky
Nintendo
didn't
Switch
finish this
is
by
as well.
himself. Maybe I can find something upstairs to put on the memory table. If I never saw mining equipment ever again.
Okay, so I
Maybe
got to
too
find
soon.
something from upstairs. I don't know why Sony has not invested more in a portable next gen device. I've always found it baffling, considering how popular the PSP was. So something that could rival the Nintendo Switch.
Wonder what I can find up here to add to Gabe's memory table.
Would be incredible. I think the photo.
You're coming downstairs.
Yeah, so I saw the videos of the Steam Deck. It's just, you know, the PlayStation would have PlayStation exclusives, which people would go for. Steam Deck is already doing that. So yeah, I saw the Steam Deck and it looks very promising. So it'll be interesting to see the future of that and how that develops moving forward. But in terms of next gen as of now, like, it's been fairly disappointing, even from a PlayStation 5 point of view. I got the PlayStation 5 on release, and the number of games that have utilized next gen features has been very lackluster. Literally no games have utilized the haptic feedback. For those people who've had a PlayStation 5 and sort of trialed the demo or the showcase demo, Astro's Playbox, that really shows you the full capabilities of the controller and the haptic feedback and how you can feel different vibrations and different surfaces and different tensions. And the problem with EA games is that every year they release a game and they've very rarely done any updates to the game. I mean, we complain about it all the time, like FIFA. Over here, I think the most popular EA game would be FIFA Football. And every year they bring out a new FIFA, and it seems, again, very lackluster and underwhelming, the progress they've made. So the new FIFA 22...
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
The new FIFA 22 claims to have sort of like 50 new animation features or whatever. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's important, you know, to be there for the fans, the people that keep the console alive. People who invest in the games and the company and the consoles and all these things.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Yeah. What is that something?
Whenever you're ready for that interview.
I'm not really ready for the interview.
Yeah, the park looks fun to explore.
This location gets all the foot traffic. And word around the water cooler?
No, I'm not actually completely familiar with the story of what Rovio did to its Angry Birds fan base. Did she say she needed more advice? I think we need to find Riley. There she is. Riley. That's who we're after.
Hey, Riley.
Good old Riley.
Alex.
She's got the answers. So a bit more, this chapter is a bit more open world. There's a lot more exploring you can do.
You and Eleanor seem close.
So, yeah.
She's taken care of me ever since I was little. I never really knew my mom, but she's always been there for me.
What does she think about you going away to school?
She's thrilled. I think she just wants me to end up happy.
Well, I don't think it's your position to tell
She's
her
the most
what's been
selfless
going
person
on.
I know. I know having you work with her in the shop has meant the world. Yeah. To both of us.
What about Mac? Mr. Mac?
That fight Mac had with Gabe over your secret meetings. They were about you applying to college, right?
Yeah. Ever since the first time Mac lost his shit in front of them, Gabe and Charlotte had tried to get me to end things with him. And after all this, I can see that they were right.
Think Mac's telling the truth.
Do you think he's telling the truth about the call? That Gabe never made it?
No, it's not that.
I think
Sorry. I'm really not ready to talk about it.
Mac's not telling the truth.
Are you sure? Sometimes talking about it can help you sort it all out.
I'm just not there yet.
Okay. Well, she said she's not there yet, so we have to give her space.
How are you doing?
I miss him.
We all
so
miss him.
much. He was like an older brother to me.
I'm
It
glad
seems
you
like
mentioned-
everybody was really fond of Gabe. We're not really sure what kind of person he was.
Thank you, Alex. Really.
Long story short, Rovio removed their popular
I
old
gotta
games like Angry Birds Classic, Angry
There's some
Birds
stuff I
Season
need to
Space
do.
Go, and Bad Piggies Angry Birds
Okay.
Epics and more classics, just to experiment on the older fan base and tell them
I don't
to
want to push Riley.
tell the
but I need
fans to
know
move on
more
to the
about
new
Mac.
game.
How do I get her to open up?
Onto new games like Candy Crush and Puzzle Games ripoff. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the problem with a lot of developers. It's all about making money and how you can get people hooked onto
Guess they didn't feel like painting
spending
the mine.
money. It's exactly what if I take Call of Duty for example, it's exactly what Call of Duty does, where it's certain I don't really spoil stuff for anyone, man. I don't really like spoilers. I mean, what you see is what you get. But sort of with Treyarch and Call of Duty, sort of
I'm gonna figure out why Mac's lying.
well, Riley didn't give me anything to go on either. Charlotte Studios, nothing in here. There's only a limited amount of shops you can explore as well. That's the other thing. Where does Mac hang out though? We don't really know where he hangs out. I think at some point these developers will bring out the classic games, but it's only when they've lost the majority of the fan base and they kind of go, oh yeah, like we should probably go back and work on some of these titles and bring them back.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
I don't know what I can use to push Mac over the edge. That's the thing. What does Mac do? It's not like we have a clear picture of what Mac does. I guess we sort of don't appreciate the impact that mobile gaming and sort of smaller based games have on the wider audience.
We're done here.
Time to get the truth.
Was there anything here? Was it something to do with not only for phones but for Switch, Xbox One, PS5, Steam? Yeah. I think most people assume when you talk about gaming, it's always like AAA titles or whatever the most popular battle royale and first-person shooter is. It's easy to forget there are so many different types of titles that people all over the world play.
I don't get it. Do people just not want ice cream anymore?
I looked over the...
Nothing says festive like 3 exclamation points.
Something to push him over the edge.
Is that it?
What would push him over the edge? That's what I don't understand. I would like to think that companies would revive games for their original fan base. I would be hopeful. But I guess it's also down to what's the flavor of the month and which direction.
With their new single, Elephant in the Room.
I could take a minute to look through Steph's plans.
Indie rock coming down the pike, but first, a few announcements. The Spring Festival is just around the corner. Sponsored
It's sweet. She's planning a whole
What would you
lot for
say some of the
Ethan.
most popular games are where you're based?
Bring your
I can't believe he ordered that record. Fuck.
Steph's plans. What were Steph's plans?
Helpful.
Bulletin board.
Chrissy looks sweet. It would definitely be wrong to claim someone else's lost dog.
Most of my favorite games are either RE games, indie games, platformers, or FPS. What type of games would you like to see revived or sort of modernized for the for current gen? Sort of, we saw Crash Bandicoot sort of revived in its new form, and it wasn't developed by Naughty Dog. It was developed by Toy Box, but as someone who grew up with the game, I really enjoyed it.
Private mining interests will put. I might be too close to the issue to have an unbiased opinion, but fuck this. Vote fuck no.
I think if we look
on
for
local
Diane, perhaps. Super Mario RPG. Growing up, I played Mario here and there. I didn't play a lot of it, but I did play Super Mario on the Super Nintendo 64 and 64 even.
Piratey Peaches is making
And I played a little bit here or there, like Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy.
I could use to push him over the
Lady, I
edge.
hear you loud and clear, but I can't find.
Yeah, a warning would have been nice.
Yeah, a Super Mario RPG. That would be quite interesting. Just to get the younger generation into some of the older games. What am I looking for?
Nice to know. Hipsters can survive at this altitude.
General store. I think the only thing we can do is give the interview to Pike.
Whenever you're ready for that interview, give me a call.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready
So we
for
can't
that
even do
interview,
that.
Give me a call.
On one hand, there's the open road and the freedom to run away from my
I was
problems. On the other, helmet hair.
Yeah, I just feel like...
The park looks fun to explore.
Yeah, I think... For Crash Bandicoot, I think, yeah, it was maybe slightly a bigger risk.
I wonder how
And
many
the
fish
price
got
point
these
was very
caught in this
high
thing.
when the game came out. So
Yes, Mom.
I think they had to increase the price.
The park looks
They had to
fun
increase the price
explore.
point to sort of match their concerns that it
leveling
wouldn't
all
meet the
your
sales. So
Here's
the
a
price point for the game when it came out, I believe, was £70.
I haven't been a bartender long, but I'm pretty sure these are supposed to stay in the bar. This is cool. In a Wicker Man sort of way.
I had this conversation with a friend the other day where I thought, I have no idea how Nintendo is even surviving.
From all this.
Because their unique IPs are what that are still doing fairly well.
Hey, buddy.
Is
Hey, Alex.
Pokemon
Do you
and Zelda,
want to talk about it?
I'm fine.
and then you got the smaller indie titles.
Okay. Definitely not fine. I'm here for you. Whenever you need me.
Right, so he doesn't want to have a chit chat. I think the next best thing is just waiting, because you have the Google's Stadia or Stadia, or however you pronounce it, there, which is trying to take sort of things to cloud-based gaming. So whoever can sort of cross that threshold into next generation accessibility will win the war. I remember when the Wii came out, actually, and I don't know, I felt like it was marketed well, because it was marketed as a family console, as a party console, whereas PlayStation, Xbox at the time were very orientated towards young people. I would say leaning more towards young boys at that time anyways. Whereas suddenly there was this console, which was the Wii, where it was like, no, this is for families, this is for everybody, you can enjoy.
Nothing says
It was encouraged to play as a group.
3 exclamation points. Because that's what this town needs. More mining.
So we saw Diane having a conversation with these miners, and then she buggered off somewhere. I mean, the problem always has been, and always will be, that the consoles that Nintendo produces aren't powerful enough to play some of the more popular titles. So they either have to come up with some very interesting IPs moving forward, or they need to make a more powerful console.
I always figured mining was dangerous, but damn.
So, yeah.
Did you see him over by the water?
I think we've seen everything there is to see in this bloody town, and we still don't have a clue as to what we're supposed to be doing. We need something to push Mac over the edge, but he won't budge. Riley didn't want to speak to us. I think Nintendo should keep on making consoles. I don't see why they should stop, because I think they have some very interesting IPs. Great characters, great stories to tell. I think they just need to invest more in the right areas. Gaming that's orientated towards party-based gaming, group gaming. Once they figure that out, and how they can accommodate that in the next gen, then that should be it, really. So I don't think they should stop making games, or consoles or whatever. We've been in there. There's nothing in there.
Haven't been putting actual
I'm actually
rum
stuck.
in it again, have you?
No.
I'm genuinely stuck. The only thing I can think of is maybe in your room. Is there anything in there? Maybe we can go back to Eleanor's flower shop? Maybe we're supposed to speak to Riley and then go back to the flower shop, because she's going to be in there. Anyone that plays games is a gamer. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Anyone who plays games is a gamer. I think that's right. But I also feel like in today's world, there's so much going on. So many different types of games and exposure, and you get so many, like, now we have like sort of influencers promoting games as well, which is great. So I think the smaller companies and need to focus on that, on reaching different types of people.
Okay, that sucked. But at least I told her the truth. That must
Anything
have
in
been a
here?
different
Doesn't
time.
look like anything's in here. She still hasn't come out.
I've definitely lived in uglier places.
My biggest gaming dream is create big ass crossovers with biggest IPs in the industry, like Mickey and Crash Bandicoot, Mario, Ratchet & Clank, Sonic, and Rayman. Yeah, I feel like Rayman is one of those games as well that had a huge following and fan base back in the day, and they never really capitalized on that past a certain point, which was a shame. They tried to revive it a few times here and there, Because I remember Rayman 1, I had Rayman 1 on the PlayStation, I had Rayman on the Game Boy.
To push him over
We
the edge.
had Rayman 2, which me and my cousin played like over and over again. Riley didn't want to talk, so I don't... What's going to change now?
Thanks for spending time with me.
Thanks for letting me.
Ryan. Where's Ryan? That's who we need to find. Actually, I was thinking, who are the characters we need to go and look for? Ryan. Where is Ryan? That's who we need to find. I've been thinking, who... Where can we find Ryan? How do I call him? Notes to self. Fill in Steph's comp book. Talk to Riley about Max Fear. About Max Fear? I think Insomniac should buy Rayman and bring back the older Rayman trilogy, like how Activision brought back Crash and Coco to the limelight with the Insane trilogy. I agree with you there. Somebody should buy Rayman and bring him back. But in a way that people can enjoy it. Because I don't think if you wouldn't be able to aim Rayman. You wouldn't be able to aim Rayman at people who are used to playing AAA titles.
Hey, Haven listeners, that was Phone Tap with their new single, Elephant in the Room.
I could take a minute.
Where
to
is...
look through
Okay,
Steph's
comp book,
plans.
there it is.
Coming down the pike, but first,
Oh. Looks like Steph wants me to do more than just make some decisions. She wants me to play a bard.
Okay.
Guess I'm in. Let's start with my name.
I like
Admission is free
Alwyn.
this year, so bring your friends, bring your family. Hell, bring your ex.
How about a throwback to Ethan's old buddy?
Yeah, they put in a lot of work
Ability time.
with the Rift Apart
Distortion
engine.
Field sounds fun,
It was very,
but Healing
very interesting,
Serenade could
very
really
well
come in
done.
handy.
I think Healing Serenade. We like a bit of a healer.
Healing Serenade it is. How did I meet Thanor?
Heroic story.
It was a dark and
Yeah, I
stormy
think
night.
it's certainly one of those titles they could revive
This
and bring
thing
back.
just
I
might
think Sonic
work.
is also another one that they didn't really do justice by. I'd like to think they would. I'd like to think they would. Talk to Riley about Max Fears. So Riley's not opening up about Mac at all. I don't know why. Why is Riley not opening up about Max Fears? I wonder. And we sort of saw like smaller.
I just need to find something.
Smaller studios like
push him
Sucker
over the
Punch, who are famous for Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, then came out with Ghost of Tsushima. Like they went above and beyond, like out of the usual comfort zone to create this one of the best games of the PlayStation era, PlayStation 4 era.
Thanks for spending time with me.
Riley, can you talk to me about Max Fears?
I know what this means. Somewhere, there's a dog I need to pet.
Fuck Typhon.
Simple but effective.
Yeah, it was like an open world explorer type game, so...
Damn. Maybe there's something around here I can use to get it open.
Okay. So yeah, maybe it's about creating a new IP altogether.
broken into places for
Yeah,
less.
we often forget like how popular the whole tag team duo was back in the day. Crash and Aku Aku, Jack and Daxter. I think Jack and Daxter is a series that people would like to see revive. That was very, very popular back in the day. Jack and Daxter had a lot of hype, especially Jack 2 Renegade was
and I
like
cannot stress
such
this
a
enough.
good game.
Aw. Yee. And I cannot stress this enough.
Imagine they
Aw.
brought back a Jack and Daxter like open world RPG. What was the point of opening this door? Oh yeah, Banjo and Kazooie. That was a great game as well, wasn't it? Because didn't they come back in Smash Brothers? I feel like they came back for Smash Brothers, Banjo Kazooie. Things to do. Talk to Riley about Max fears. Right. Can't do that. Eleanor Fear. Steph Sorrow. Ethan Fear. Mac Anger. So we can't really get anything out of Riley anymore. I'm a little bit perplexed because I feel like we've done everything that we can do, or that we're supposed to do. The only person we haven't been able to find is Ryan. Riley didn't really want to open up. Eleanor is now locked up in her room. We can't really progress with Mac because we don't know what his fear is. So what are we supposed to do? Yeah, I feel like Microsoft itself doesn't have any interesting IPs. Outside of Halo, what would you say is the most famous Microsoft IP? I feel like the amount of computing power they have and how big some of the studios they own are. And of all the studios they've acquired in recent times.
Okay. This is probably the most Haven thing I've seen yet.
Yeah, other than Gears of War, sorry, and Halo. And Gears, I don't know, is Gears really that big? It's talked about a lot, but is it really that big? If you compare it to, like, Sony's IPs, or even Nintendo's IPs, they're not really that popular, are they?
Tragically, now isn't the time to check out the rest of Haven.
Right, these chapters are supposed to take 2 hours. I'm struggling now. I've just been wandering around aimlessly. Oh, I'm really, really struggling now. I may have to, like, call it. Is anybody here? There's a carving, there's beer taps.
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
Where's Ryan? I feel like we need to speak to Ryan. But I don't think we can speak to Ryan until we speak to Mac. And I don't think we can speak to Mac until we speak to Riley. But Riley doesn't want to talk to me.
Hey, Shushu. Thanks for sticking around.
Perhaps a change of outfit may change Riley's mind. That's all I can sort of ascertain. We finished with Steph. No, I feel like Zelda is like, it's still looked after. And we have the new one coming out soon as well. I feel like Zelda's the only one that's the effort is actually put in, and you can tell by the gameplay. Like it's really well done. I would get a Switch just to play Zelda. That's how good it is. But yeah, you're right. The other IPs just completely forgotten about. There is the new Metroid coming out, so I guess they're trying to revive that, make that popular again. And everything else that I feel like they just put into Smash Brothers. Nothing up here. Literally nothing up here. I wonder why that conversation is like closed off. I don't understand why that conversation is locked off. That is bothering me quite a bit. We've just been wandering along now. Aimlessly. So it's not really making sense what we need to do. Because I can't find the right... We have these little cutscenes where it indicates like something's happening, but it's like nothing is happening. Maybe I've talked to people in the wrong order? Is that what's happened? Find out what Mac's fears are, but we don't know what his fears are. His fears are... Well, his fear is that they were getting close behind his back, isn't it? Jed is of no help.
No one could blame me for wanting to drink all my sorrows away.
Jukebox. I have no idea where to go now. I feel like we've explored... No, I did not know that. I assumed that Bluetooth audio was already included in the Switch. I feel like that's a late... That's quite late to the party. Also, the price...
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Oh, okay. We have powers.
Poor kid. Came all the way out here for her brother.
What?
And now...
And now, I've got to figure out the truth.
Poor kid.
I was wondering what the hell is going on. It's like, oh, we have powers we can use to interact with people. Oh, this is what it is. This whole time we could read people's minds.
If he's innocent, why is he acting like this?
Acting like what? Maybe I can get her to tell me.
So new dialogue unlocked at last.
Do you want to talk about
Yeah, the
Mac?
price point of the Switch hasn't changed. It's still very expensive. I think if they lowered it a little,
Yeah.
it would be a lot more popular.
I get it.
Considering how
It's
popular the
just-
Game Boy used to be with like playing
didn't do
Pokemon together in
anything wrong.
groups.
Why is he acting
So
like he
if
has
they could
something
some way
to hide?
incorporate team play, playing with friends, that kind of thing. It's still pretty expensive though.
He asked me to leave Haven with him.
What?
Right after the wake. He wouldn't tell me why. But he just looked so guilty. I told him no, and that we were done. And now... I'm scared. He did something.
They should really put that as an indicator, like when you're stuck, like don't forget to press
Riley.
L2.
Thank you for telling me.
You deserve the truth.
Well, I don't know about if I deserve the truth, but it would be nice to have
I
it.
gotta run. There's some stuff I
Like
need to
interrogate
do.
Mac.
Okay. We'll talk soon?
Yeah, it's still fairly
Yeah.
high in my opinion.
Whenever you
considering
Mac trying to
it
stick
could also
out
the
is
Switch could also do
sketchy
with a
shit.
redesign. I feel the
I bet I could
bezels are
use
still
that to
pretty
stoke his
big.
fear.
better screen, better battery. All these things can be slightly improved. And again,
I should make sure there's nothing else I want to do before I confront Mac.
nope.
Everyone's out to get me. Alex, Ryan, even Riley. Fuck!
Good. He's scared. Time to find out the truth.
Everyone's out to get me. Alex.
What Riley told me might do it, but I should make sure there isn't anything I still want to do around town.
So it's kind of letting you know the next chapter is ready to begin. No, I've done everything. I've been walking around like a melon for about half an hour.
Your ex-girlfriend told me about your plans to skip town. That's not something innocent people do.
God. It's not... I didn't do anything. Just fuck off! Leave me alone!
Yeah, I mean, 60 quid for a DS game is not really worth it in my books. But then again, I feel like all games are just at that price point. Yeah. So with certain Sony games, it's okay. Like the bigger titles, the longer titles, the titles that take 50, 60, 70 hours, even titles that take, you know, maybe 30, 40 hours, I'm happy to pay £70 for. The experience, right? But if you're talking like...
Fuck. I'll deal with Mac when I get to him. For now, I need to learn everything.
Typhon's always watching. They run this whole town.
Okay, so it's a bit of a conspiracy more to do with Typhon.
Mac feels like everyone's staring at him.
I mean, the games are getting bigger, the graphics are getting better, the games are getting more expensive to produce. They often always have like a celebrity featured in the games now, so they're just more expensive to produce. To cover the cost of that, they need to increase the price. But also, if you remember a few years ago, that's what the price of games were back then as well. Games have always been expensive. I think people just naturally assume that games are going to get cheaper.
It should have been you instead. Alex?
So we're sort of seeing the world through Mac's eyes. Well, the game I'm playing right now is a bit of an indie... Oh, this has taken a dark turn.
No! What the hell? There are people out there! I told you to call it off! I saw the way they looked at me at the wake. They all think I let him die.
Mac tried to protect him.
Typhon's forcing you to deny the call.
What the fuck?
We got to reassure him. We got to keep him... No, you're not guilty.
I know you tried to stop it. They fucked up, not you. Stop lying for them!
You don't get it. This wasn't some accident. I told them you were down there, and they detonated anyway.
On purpose? Why?
Ooh.
I don't know. I swear. And then I get a message telling me to deny there was ever a call. You gotta believe me. Gabe and I, we didn't get along, but I didn't want him dead. And now Typhon's watching me. My girlfriend, she thinks I'm a murderer. My neighbors all hate me.
I think they're round about that age, sort of 18 to... I think everybody's sort of in that range of 18 to 30 in this game.
I think I can calm him down, but
Yes,
does he
didn't
deserve it?
do, like... No, calm him down. Help him. He gave you a big
All right.
part of the puzzle. Why would
Mac.
you not help him?
Come on. You gotta calm down, okay? Dude, stay with me. I know what it's like to be doubted. To have everyone think the worst of you. But the truth will come out. I'll make sure of it.
But Typhon...
If Typhon comes after you, they're gonna have to get through me too, okay?
That was the right thing to do. I mean, there's no other way you should have handled that situation.
I actually feel a little better.
Yeah, well, you learn a thing or two hanging out with shrinks your whole life.
I understand where you're sort of making the comparison, where Mac is in a dark place right now, and it's very easy for him to tip over because if, I mean, think
Don't
about
leave
if
Haven.
anybody was in his
I'm gonna get to
shoes.
the truth.
Like the town's against you, the whole world's against you, your girlfriend's against you, everybody thinks you killed this guy. I mean, it's anybody in those shoes would feel pressure and nobody's going to believe you or give you the benefit of the doubt. So it's not really a good position to be in. And naturally, if everybody's making you out to be the villain, you're naturally going to feel the role of being the villain, right? So the right thing to do there is to calm him down, make sure you know we're on the same side.
Yeah, it's... Can we talk? Where are you?
But the plot thickens. I think that's Ryan we're calling now. And this should be the end of chapter 2. It's a bit of a slower chapter, but it took me a while to figure out how to move forward. I was sort of floundering around. I was still not over. There's more to it. And this will sort of be when we go and speak to Ryan. I don't know what he's doing.
You were right. About Typhon, about Mac.
Alex.
Mac got the call.
How do you know that?
He got the call and he lied about it.
Doesn't matter.
Someone is putting pressure on him to keep quiet. Someone from the mine and...
It doesn't matter! I keep coming here and playing it back. But it always ends the
You're right,
same.
because you're the one who cut the cord.
Ryan.
He's dead. He's really dead, Alex.
He's burning red hot with anger. I don't know if we want to be messing with that. It's just you and me against the world, buddy.
It was my fault. My job is to keep people safe. And I failed.
You know what? I blame you too. I blamed you from the beginning.
You saved Ethan. That kid is alive right now because of you.
She's wrong. I let her cross that log. I put Gabe in harm's way. I'm not a hero. I'm a coward. Worse than worthless.
You were brave this morning. You're brave now. I've never been as brave as you.
That's the thing. I think if she doesn't interfere, she can change the trajectory of somebody's emotions. So I think she would have a great impact on the people she comes across.
Sorry.
She can hear them, listen to them, bring them out of whatever negative energy they're feeling.
I forgive you. How could I not? You're not alone.
The problem is there's always this burden on people to feel that, you know, it's up to them to save the day. It's up to them to be the hero, to be the protagonist, to be the one to find solutions. But I think we're all human. We make mistakes. We don't get a redo. Unfortunately, in life, there's only one way.
Whoa, hold on. There's a guy in a gorilla suit? Does he also jump off of the cliff and into the pool?
No, he chases a guy in a banana suit. That guy jumps off the cliff.
Are you sure you want spoilers? Because I think you should.
I'm sorry.
It happens in
This is a
chapter 1, but
Mexican
I think equally you should play the game and experience it for yourself.
The food is terrible, but it's Gabe's favorite place. I tell you, he's the oldest 12-year-old.
I think all you need to know is that somebody has died, and there's a mystery surrounding why that person has died. But
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
we're still fairly
came up here
early
to
into
tell
the
me that
game.
I was
We're
right
not
about Mac. About him getting the call. How did you know?
because I read Mac's mind.
There's something you should know about me. And it's gonna be easier to show you than to explain it. This is gonna seem sort of weird at first, then really weird. Do you trust me?
So you're just openly telling people about your powers now? Is that really the wisest thing to do?
Okay. Think of something that just scares the shit out of you. Really focus until you feel it. Mac, Typhon, all of it. You're afraid you won't know how to handle it without Gabe.
Ooh.
Never knew anyone so good at getting into and out of trouble. Oh, man, this one time.
Why is he glowing now?
Whatever it is you're thinking about right now.
I mean, it must be exhausting.
Okay.
Being an empath, where you just feed off somebody's energy.
Keep going.
Okay.
Because imagine the other person's just like always angry or sad or negative.
What emotion is this?
Happiness? What happened there? You were standing and then you were sitting. Happiness, joy, euphoria. What do you mean, what emotion is this? Or he's gone crazy.
Must be a good memory. I wonder if I can piece it together.
Gabe, Goose.
I see it. It'll move.
It's not moving.
It'll move.
Gabe!
He's laughing at the fact he almost crashed his car whilst cloud watching. Was that a turtle? Tortoise?
Oh, that's a lot of blood, huh?
Gabe, this is serious. Killing a Canadian goose is a violation of international law.
Shut up. It is not.
They're Canadian geese, Gabe. Property of the Crown.
The Crown of...
Property of the Crown, Gabe.
What do we do?
He's laughing at killing a goose. So clearly this man is a psychopath. That's not really a normal response.
How deep you think?
Deeper than that. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police can spot a goose grave at 100 paces.
The Mounties? Oh, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
He's clearly lost his mind.
How long were you gonna let me dig?
I wasn't gonna stop you.
So, did you finish burying the goose or not?
I would find that a very sad story.
Property of the Crown? Really?
Well, they are technically protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. How?
I'm a superhero.
So,
I'm a superhero, baby.
I guess I have this power. I can see other people's emotions. They show up like an aura, and if I get too close, I feel what they feel. As if I was feeling it myself. And when I focus, I can even understand why they're feeling it.
And that's what you just did with me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Whew. Some kind of power. No kidding.
It's only ever been the bad emotions before. But that was pure joy.
How have you never felt somebody else's joy before?
Who else knows?
Gabe. Gabriel.
Gabe did. But now I guess just you.
Just the two of us.
And that's how I know Mac's terrified of Typhon. He reported Gabe's call, and they ignored it. Now they're putting pressure on him to toe the line.
Okay, but why?
I don't know yet. Someone made the decision to let the blast go off.
The plot thickens.
Seems like finding out who would be a good start.
So, you're going after Typhon?
Yeah, I'm done going after Mac.
You'll need help.
Is that right?
You don't have to.
You're stuck with me now.
Handshake? Yeah, we'll do hug.
welcome, I guess.
Considering you only hung out like a few times, hung out even a few times.
No. Thank you.
And I think that should conclude chapter 2. That should be an end to chapter 2. I'm guessing. Or is there more? No, apparently there's more to chapter 2. Oh. How does it keep going?
This one's
This
for you,
is
Gabe.
like a really long chapter. I know
Miss
I was
you.
like floundering around for a bit, but it's still quite a long chapter, isn't it?
How do I say I love you the day I let you go?
It's exactly like something out of Wadry Hill.
How do I change all of the pain into the joy?
Some really good music in it as well.
I won't hold on to this place without you.
I didn't speak this morning. I couldn't. Hearing everyone talk about him, about the life he had here with all of you, I lost the chance to have that. But even though I only had one day with him, he changed my life. I said I didn't know it belonged here. He told me that home isn't something you find. It's something you build.
I won't hold on to
Wise words to live by. And it's exactly sort of how Lucas from Wadry Hill used to end all the episodes, like with this sort of like monologue at the end.
I love you, Gabe.
say goodbye. How do I say I miss all the ways you made me smile?
It's a great way for the game to get you to invest in the stories and the characters, in the narratives. It just makes the whole world come alive, like watching a TV show. It's not just a game you're playing through, you're experiencing it. Literally and figuratively, I guess.
I won't hold on to this place without you.
And of course, the one person who's purple. That's probably the best place to start then, isn't it?